So here we are with project number 4, in which we're doing a operating budget or program budget for the Kane Middle School for the 2011-2012 school year. Let's scroll down and look at the directions. Distribute the proposed budget amount to the above accounts. There's lots of accounts we have to distribute the budget to. Prepare a summary of program costs that compares the proposed amounts and costs per pupil for each program. Sheet number 2. Sheet number 2. Oh, let's look down here. We're on sheet number 1, and there is a sheet number 2. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, this is a summary sheet, obviously, of everything on sheet number 1. We can see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 subcategories in the budget plus a total. That'll be helpful information as we go further. Let's go back to sheet 1. Calculate and include the percent of increase for each program from 2010 to 2011 to 2011-2012. And print only sheet 2 as the proposed budget 2011-12 Kane Township Middle School. Okay, I inadvertently left those figures there. I'm going to take them out. Okay, so we have a whole bunch of budget categories. Let's take a closer look and see what they are. Here we have the art budget, program code 15, and then these are the individual lines within that program code. So there's contracted services, there's lease purchases, there's communication and postage, supplies, textbooks, and miscellaneous expenses. And we can see for 2009-2010, this is how much was spent in each category. For 2010-2011, the current school year, this is what we have budgeted for each category. Our job is to put budget numbers in these lines, and then calculate the increase or decrease for each of the line items. We have Fund 11 and we have Fund 12. We can go to our chart of accounts and look up what Fund 11 means and what Fund 12 means, but we can guess pretty well that Fund 11 is things or services, and Fund 12 looks like it's probably equipment. Second category, world languages. We have the same subcategories, the same line budget codes in those categories. And again, we have what we spent in 2009-2010, last year, what we have budgeted for this year, and our job is to come up with target figures for this year. Now, the first question that occurs to us probably is, well, how much do we have to spend? That information is contained down here. This is the total budget for the current school year, $281,397. This is how much was spent the year before, and here is the amount, the total amount that we have to spend for 2011-2012. So we're going to do a quick calculation here. We're going to write a formula. We're going to figure out what the difference is between this number, and that'll tell us how much more money we have to spend this year than we spent last year. So we'll do equals sum, open parenthesis, this cell minus this cell, close parenthesis, and this tells us that there is a total of $50,547 that's different from this year to last year. From next year to this year, we have $50,000 more dollars to spend. So that in most of the line budget items, here for example, we're going to be doing increases. So we divided the $50,547 by the 17 sub-budget categories that we have on sheet 2, these 17. And if we were going to divide this $50,547 equally among those 17 categories. Each category would get $2,973.35. But if we look at these categories, we can see that some of them are pretty big: 39,000, 32,000, 27, 43,000, and some of them are pretty small: 29,000, 3,754. So what I'm going to do very arbitrarily, we count up the big ones: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 big ones over $10,000, and that means that there are 9 small ones under $10,000. They're about the same number in each, so I'm just going to take the small ones, I'm going to increase those by $2,000, and I'm going to increase the big ones by $4,000. And I've already done that out here in this H column. Let me scroll up to the top and show you what I mean. So for art, the total for art is $69.89. For the materials and supplies and services, and $2,000 for equipment, for a total of $89.89. That's under $10,000. I'm going to increase that by $2,000. World languages, the total is $2,910. I'm going to increase that by $2,000. Home economics, the total is $9,273. I'm going to increase that by $2,000. Now you can say that's not exactly fair. I should go into each line item and make those changes. And if I were doing a real budget, I would actually do that. But I would still do this to get started. I would make some preliminary budget modifications, and then I would go back and fine-tune it after I did the first pass at it, or the first try at it. So here we go down: industrial arts and technology, $7,000. We increase that by $2,000. Language arts, total of $39,000. We'll increase that by $4,000. So on and so forth as we go all the way down to the bottom. So we needed to get to $50,547, which is the difference between this year's budget here and next year's budget, which is there. So let's see how close we got by doing this. We're going to write a formula to add this all up. We'll write the formula right here so that the answer is real close to this one so that we can see them easily. We write our formula: equals sum, open parenthesis, we go back up to where we began, art, start with the first number there, and we're just going to scroll all the way down till we get to that cell where we were writing the formula. This is going to take a little bit of time because it's a very long spreadsheet that we're working in, but eventually we're going to get there. We're almost there, and here we go. There's the cell we're working in. We don't want to include that in what we're dragging down. We'll stop it in the cell just above. So we're including all the numbers from H34 to H854. We hit enter, and wow, look at that. $50,000 and $50,547. So I'm just going to go up to the biggest category, which I think was language arts, if I'm not mistaken. Language arts, there we go. So this is $39,000. I'm just going to add that $547 right in here, 547. And now this is equal to that. So we've got the beginning of our budget for 2011-2012.